What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Bear With Me. Today's a dope one, literally. April 20th, aka 420, and it's Easter Sunday, rebirth, resurrection, renewal, and all the things that remind us that life can always be remade or made new, we'll say. But today's extra special because I got my brother on today, one of the realest, the funniest, and someone I love and appreciate more than words can even describe. So today, this one's about vibes, values, and two brothers just having a good time. The sun is out, summer's coming just around the corner, life's feeling good. So we just gonna chop it up. A quick one. Alex wants to go vote, so I won't hold him up too long, but I had to get this chat in. But first and foremost, as always, we gonna have to ask you, bear with me. All right, man. So let's start this off easy, man. How's your day? What's the vibe like over there? How you doing?
Good. It's been a pretty lazy day so far.
Yeah.
I did not work this weekend because of my operation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you was. I saw that. Man, you got a bunch taken out. So
This time,
what
yeah.
what are the operations that you're actually having? Just for anybody that might be like, what?
They just
Um,
take out it's like a benign tumors. They're called in French, it's un lymphoma. It's like a cyst, sort of, but it's
so
rather
is
than
it
it's
called lymphomas in?
I don't know what it's called in English.
Okay, cool. Anyway, so
Uh
basically, it's just like these chunks of. They look like fat. It's like a bunch of
yeah,
pieces of fat that have grown that people you're getting
it's
taken
a
out. How
tumor.
many
It's
have
a,
you?
it's
How many
it's a
have you
type
had
of
taken
tumor.
out so far?
I don't know. Let's say 14.
That's wild. It's for anybody who don't know. If y'all think I'm scarred up and I have scars all over my body, my brother is wild. No, you don't need to show everybody, okay? But
No, I
my
wasn't. I was shifting my shirt. I was just shifting
okay, I
myself
thought you were
because my
getting up
no,
to
no,
start
no, no,
showing him,
no, no,
but he
no.
has these big scars all over the place. It's actually pretty gangster. It looks like he got shanked in jail like 17 times.
That is true.
Yeah. Okay. Sick. And you were telling me, well, by the way, I'm glad that you're okay and I'm glad you're getting them done. So good for you. You were telling me you saw Leah last night. That's my niece, my beautiful, beautiful niece. Don't forget, Zach. I see you too, you homeboy. I got you, boy. Um, how's
He's
she
hard to
doing?
get a hold of. I texted him too to see if he wants to come over. No,
I'm
full
gonna try and
ghost.
take him out this summer, but we'll
It's all good. I
yeah.
remember being 14, 15-year-old guy, and if we had cell phones, do you think I would have answered dad or mom's text messages? It's like you're like no. I remember getting one at like 17 or 18 or something like that, and it was like, mom would call me and I'd be like, ooh, I didn't feel the vibration.
That's the difference between you and me. I would have answered right away, like, yes, what's up? Okay. Oh, you
Yeah,
need
but
me
I
help?
was
I'm
doing
coming over.
nefarious stuff, and there were people in the background, and they wouldn't be, my friends wouldn't be quiet. They were your friends in elementary school, and then later on, started hanging out with them. They wouldn't have been quiet.
That's so funny that all the people I hung out with in elementary school, then it was like I got to high school. Man, I was such a loser in high school, dude. And then you started hanging out with all the people I
Oh,
did.
you were the cool kid compared to me, for sure.
No, dude.
Yes,
No.
yes, yes.
I
Did you
really
get
think
bullied by people?
I think yes.
Ooh.
I think you had a very, very like like misconstrued or whatever the word is view of my high school days. Yo, dude, I got made fun of, picked on. I hated it, bro. I was the biggest loser. I didn't fit in with the white kids. I wasn't good enough at skateboarding, so I was like, they just make fun of me. I was just like, yo, dude,
But I
I was
remember you always hanging out with like what was that kid's name? There was like Dylan you would hang out with, and that other skateboarder kid, the
Dylan,
sh small, yeah, Bourget, I think.
the one that like hung out with Mayor Sanchez,
Yeah,
like Terry's son.
yeah,
First of
yeah,
all,
yeah.
I chill with Dylan now. We never chilled back in the
For
day.
real? Well, who
Yeah,
was that
Dylan's
other
a cool
kid?
motherfucker, eh?
Yeah, I know. It was always like the cool
We
kid in the
always try
leather
and link up
jackets and
this summer. I
shit.
have to check him. Yo, he has a
Who?
boat. He goes wakeboarding. He does all kinds of
Oh,
cool shit.
gangster.
Yeah,
That's
man. Yo,
wicked.
he's awesome. And we never can link up. But it's also on
That
me. I was
sucks.
sick. I had no whip. Now I can actually go because he invites me out to like cool shit. He's like, yo, come
Cool.
wakeboarding this weekend. I was like, oh, I'm sick. I can't. Now I'm like, yo, fuck it. Let's go.
Look, it's awesome that you have friends. I'm like literally my friend. No, 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 no. We had like I have this Facebook group. There's two of them. There's like Down and Nerdy where we play Dungeons and Dragons. That's the get together group where we talk about when we're gonna
Down
meet
and
up.
nerdy.
Yeah, instead of Down and Dirty, we're Down
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Nerdy,
yeah, yeah. No
right?
worries.
And the other one is what is it? Daddy's Game Night or something like that. Because it's four dads or three dads or whatever. Yeah, dad's game. Dads and dad slash dads with apostrophe slash DADS, like plural.
Yeah.
So like dad's ownership and dad's plural game night. It's
Cool,
really
man.
bad joke. It's a
No,
really
no,
bad
super,
dad joke. It's
super cool.
perfect dad joke. Yeah,
We're
yeah,
so similar. It's crazy, man.
yeah. Yeah, dad slash dads game night. And so those are my groups of friends because I'm that cool. I have so going and wakeboarding and although no word of a lie, if I was like, yo, Kurt, let's go canoeing or hiking or something,
Yeah.
he'd be like, yo, let's do this. But I give it a year when I have my full license, then I'll be much
No
more
stress, dude.
probably going in that shit.
We'll go out this summer.
I want to take my
We'll
kids
try and go
camping. I
camping, and I'll
really
let
would.
you show me
Yeah.
how to
Yeah.
make a fire and shit. Because
It's really not hard, man. It's
when the
really
world
not
comes
hard.
to an end, it's okay. I just know I gotta find you, and then find some guns, and then we'll make shit work.
I'm not a
We're the
survival
survival
expert.
guide, dog. Don't you worry about it. We good.
I don't eat like I don't put your life in my hands. I'm willing to be like, hey, this is some of the stuff I know that I like learn, but this is remember the last time I really did any of this, like teenager, we didn't really do
When
like I've
camping,
done no, but like the survival style stuff. I
I'm
think I've did
really
it once with Brendan, and it wasn't even that crazy. We just went, like, we had to canoe to our campsite, and I think we brought enough food, but I did a bunch of fishing.
hmm.
I think I was trying to rely at least on one meal of fishing a day, and that was not a great idea. Gets
Yo,
hard, man. Gets hard. I brought some chicken, but it's like stuff goes bad after a week, so we didn't have a full week's worth of food because your ice and everything isn't going to last. So you have to bring dry goods like meats you can eat on the first day, and then you have to bring drier stuff as the week goes on. So by the end of the week, it's like, yo, I got like my dried oats and shit. You're eating oats with salt, and it's fine. It's good. And you can get like fish. You make stews and soups. If I was good at foraging, I'd get different mushrooms, and you throw that into a pot. Get one of these boys, throw that into a pot. You got yourself a stew.
okay, you're done.
That's from this whatever Arrested Development. Lando Calrissian's got
Yeah,
character.
I never watched the rest of development that much.
Dude, that guy was so ghetto in that show because he would pick up he had like a eaten chewed and eaten like rib and he like grabs them and put them in his napkin at like a buffet and they're like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, one of these, you don't throw this out. You take this, get a couple of vegetables, throw this in a pot, fill it up with water, you got yourself a stew. You're like, oh my God. So good.
So, man, it's Easter.
Yeah.
Low key, I miss all the Easter stuff we used to do as kids. Like, mom really made those events special, man. Like getting
Yeah, it
up,
was
we'd
it
get
was it was
dressed
very
up,
fun, but
we'd go for like church all dressed up nice. We'd come back home. Mom would already have like a crazy Easter egg like setup done. We'd go that, then we go to grandma's, then we'd finally get to come home.
so I actually like the fusion between the pagan stuff and the Christian stuff, how they take the all of that and they fuse it in together, like the Fabergé eggs and the Easter bunny and all that. I thought because
That's
that
pagan.
has 100%. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's so the way that the missionaries and evangelists get pagans to believe and celebrate their holidays is it's like, oh no, didn't you know that this Christian holiday falls on the same days that yours do? And it's like, oh yeah, now we're gonna tie in I could look it up if you want exactly the link for the Fabergé eggs, but that has to do with like the like Lithuanian pagans or some such like that, and the Easter the bunny represents reproduction because it's springtime, and that's when there's new life and stuff
So
like that.
Easter's about fucking?
Yeah, man. Look, what do you think the renewal of life is? What do you think? How do you think a human truly, unless you're some sort of resurrecting immortal, which, hey, show me one and I'll show you my balls. But because they are really, I shoot you, you're combat. I'm not going to put it to the
Alex,
test.
I don't know if you've realized this about me by now, and I've told everybody this, and if you know me, I've said this. I can't die.
Mhm. Here's here's the thing. If it was literally 75 years ago, you wouldn't be here today. It's modern medicine that saved your life. So you can very well die, but you have less of a chance because science, not because magic and because people were like praying, but because some doctors were like, we studied hard in school and we know how to put people back together and take bits out of them. It's like, I don't
No.
know.
So speaking of which, 420 last year was like my last day in the hospital.
Really?
Yeah, I got
So it's
out.
been a
I had the
year.
colostomy bag. Yeah, it was a year on
Really?
like, yeah, it was a year a couple of days ago or maybe a week ago or so. That's when I went in for my surgery.
Ooh,
Like,
wow.
remember last year when I got out and I was like, dude, I don't know if I'm gonna come back from this. 365 days later, let me tell you something. We back better, better, faster, stronger than ever. But it is Easter, so let's kind of stay with the festivities. What are you
Okay.
thankful for? What are you grateful for right now, man?
Well, I suppose if I'm being objective, the fact like I guess it is pretty cool that you get like today I can go vote. A lot of people don't on like globally, a lot of people don't actually have that ability to do that, regardless of how much you think your vote counts. At least you get a say. We're in a country where I can, that's pretty cool.
You know who was telling me about that? I don't know if you watched that episode, but I had oh, I haven't even I'm you know what? It drops tomorrow. Um, but I'm dropping it tomorrow. It's with a guy named Ryan Blakely. This guy is wicked, man. You'd love it. Alex, he was in Iraq. He was former SWAT, all-state
Crazy.
lacrosse player, bodybuilder, made a comeback as a bodybuilder in Masters in like 2018. Like, the dude's done so much, left like a successful career to start his coaching and doing all this. He's crazy, man. His story is wicked. But he was telling me that. I was telling him like what's something that we take for granted, or one of the questions I asked him, and he was like just living in where we live, we're so for he's like, these people don't even have like the amenity. He's like, you can go and be like, hey, there's a Chick-fil-A, I'm getting some chicken.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I
um
live in the city. Like it's wild. Like 3:30 in the morning. I want a piece of pizza. No problem.
yeah,
Like I don't it also like I don't think just take a hamburger. Just making a going and getting a hamburger at a 24-hour McDonald's. Think of what needs to go into making a hamburger. Just the mustard. Like to be able to get a burger for like 99 cents or whatever it is if you're in this I don't know how much but like
yeah,
they're like $5 now or whatever. But like, it's still crazy that it doesn't cost like an absurd amount. And that's because of the crazy infrastructure that we have built over decades, being able to ship goods like like we mustard. Like think about making mustard. You got to get those tiny little bitch ass seeds, grind them up by like the millions, add all your water, your vinegar, your salt, your la la la, and then you have to bottle that and ship it all over the place. Like
yeah.
and then the
I mean,
lettuce, the
I'm
tomatoes, it's all done. Like boom, boom, boom. It's just wild that you can go and get a burger and
I like that.
like
I've always been able to say that about you, is you're like the when people are like, oh, you and your brother, you're so like complete opposites. I'm like, yes, we are. I'm like, man, I want to have millions of dollars and all this crazy shit, and my brother is probably one of the happiest people I know, just like because he cares about stuff that actually makes him happy. I'm like, well, I fuck with you. You've always been able to keep me grounded for that, man.
Well, even making a lot of money, that's not a like personally, like a lot of people are like in society tells us the people who are successful and rich tell us make a lot of money. That's what you want to do. That's the point of beat life, right? But
I don't
then
think that's the point.
look at guys like Anthony Bourdain. Guy got to travel all over the world, eating the best food, meeting the coolest people, seeing the greatest sights, and he killed himself because he was depressed. Like that sucks, man. So what do you got to do? From like high school, start looking at careers and things that interest you, that actually make you happy. What could you see yourself waking up every morning doing? Like, doesn't don't think about the paycheck. Think about what makes you happy. Because even if you're kind of poor and you're struggling, at least you're happy in your life. Instead of being like, yo, I have everything and I still can't fill that void in me. If you can't, also, how can't you? How can you not find a hobby that makes you happy with all that money? Are you stupid? Like, come the F on. There's a problem. You have a problem. It's your priorities are not straight. That's what it is. What you need to do is go work in a soup kitchen for 3 years. Like, not like try 6 months to like be poor. No, go do it for like a couple of years and really get in there. See what's up. And be like, holy shit, there is more. It's human connection. What happens when you get rich? You segregate yourself from society. And then when something happens, like you get squished on the bottom of the ocean because you wanted to take a submersible there, no one kind of gives a shit. Why? Because you separate yourself from society. Poor people have communities. Rich people don't. And that's why when bad stuff happens to rich people, like they get planted face down in the middle of New York City, people are like, man, kind of maybe deserved it because you segregate yourself from society and you're not part of it. You know what I mean? And that's a problem. There's two separate classes.
Yeah.
Even if you say, oh, there isn't in North America today, we definitely have class systems. We have landlords. We have like landlords are that's literally a dude who owns like an arbitrary piece of land because paper says so? Like it's such a peculiar thing. It's a weird system we have, but it kind of works for a bunch of people. I don't say I have the answers.
Mm. P.S.
So,
Shout out to Dad.
yo, for
I
real,
say I say stupid too. Like, what are you stupid?
stupid. What are you stupid?
Yo, he used to say that.
I
Yo, you
say, I
stupid.
said that's why I say it.
I say it
You
all the time.
stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't even stop now. I say comfortable. I'm not
that's funny.
comfortable right now. That's
That's
what Dad would say. He's like, that's comfortable.
which is
And I also say
that's
vegetable.
kind of wrong. Don't say that.
Yeah, I always do now. It's just how Dad said it. So I'm just like, yo, eat your vegetables.
You know, there's no such thing as a fruit.
A
Or
fruit?
wait, no, there's no such thing as a vegetable. Sorry.
I'm
A
not.
vegetable is a
No.
culinary term.
Thank you. I appreciate the logic. I don't need to know the history of it. Cool.
Everything is
Thank you.
either a fruit, a legume, a seed. You name one, and I'll tell you what it is.
Okay, so
For real. Oh, okay. Boring. All right, all right, all right. I see how it is. I'm serious. Test me.
dragon fruit.
Dragon fruit's a fruit.
Oh.
It's in the name, guy. Try another one. I'll give you another one. That was a free one.
Cucumber.
Cucumber is a fruit.
What?
It's got seeds. Comes from vine. It's got seeds in it.
So it's you know what? Let's shift
What?
gears a little bit.
How do you not think it's a fruit? What do you think
Okay.
it is?
No, no, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not educated enough in food. I just know what the macros are that make me look cool. Okay.
Oh, you're so funny.
But yo, 420. Let's talk weed for a second. Let me ask you a question that I've never asked you before.
What's up?
Yo, what got you into smoking weed in the first place? Was it for fun? Was it to sleep? Was it like and
No, I was like friends in high school. Like it was like there was a bunch actually it was a bunch of the kids in like the advanced program. Like there was like Sam.
whoa,
Uh,
let's not throw anybody under the bus here.
yeah, yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't say the last names. But
Yeah,
you know, we got another guy named Alex. We got some other people's like Chris's. There's always like half a dozen Chris's. You know, there's a couple of Davids in there. We got a bunch of different people, right? A bunch of high school guys. And we were all like, we want to know what it's like to get high. We just
were
want to
you in
know.
the advanced program?
No, but a
Okay.
bunch of my friends were.
Okay,
Or
I
I
was
hung
like,
out with them because they were like the smart stoner kids. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how. I guess I'm too. I guess I was too stupid. I don't know. I was not. I don't know. I don't know why I
because
didn't get in.
I thought you started smoking with Dave and Julian
No,
in the
no,
summers.
no. It was like I don't know if you know Tetro and shit like that.
Yeah. Yo,
Yeah,
of course I
those
do. That guy's
those like
fucking.
that like Tetro and like that
Does he
group
still
of
have
people we
dreads?
had. Don't think so. He was supposed to actually be at a party I was at not too long ago, but he wasn't able to show up. He was going to come with his kids.
If you see him, tell him
It
I
would
say
be
what's
great to
up.
see him. Yeah,
I
yeah,
always
yeah.
like that guy.
I'll send you
So it was
his
just like
contact
random. You guys
information.
wanted to like
I think he watched a movie. Well, he was really into like rock music, like 70s rock music, and we watched so I remember one of the first times we got high was we smoked a bunch of pot and watched
Detroit Rock City.
no Tommy the rock opera. Tommy?
No.
I think it's like the Who or the get it's who is I think it's the Who. I
Okay.
can't remember. But I haven't wow, it's crazy. I should know that. But yeah, we listened to great rock opera. I mean Eric Cream, the band Cream, Eric
Do you
Clapton,
remember
and
my first time getting high?
yeah, you cried and got in trouble.
No.
Self-baited yourself out to
So
mom.
that's how you remember this.
Yeah, you were like, I'm too high. And oh, I think I also baited your shit
Okay.
out. And you
So
didn't get
everybody, we are gonna get this out in
that's
the air
true.
right now. We're
That's
gonna
true.
show how two different
I
perceptions
was
of
an
things.
asshole.
So
I was mean. I
I
remember it
was
now.
trying to get accepted in high school by like the cool like black dudes in school because I was like,
Yeah, I
man,
was a jerk. I'm
I
sorry.
love black culture. Let me hang out with the black kids. They didn't like me very much. I was weird and light skinned. But I'm like, yo, and they're like, yo, we're smoking. You want to smoke with us? I was like, fuck yeah. It was with a dude named Pavatar. And
I know. I remember
yeah,
this guy.
yeah, yo,
I know the name, but I couldn't even put a
yeah.
face
So I
to it because
smoked
it's like
some weed
what,
with
20
him,
some
but it
odd
was my
years
first
ago.
time, and I'm like, yeah, I've gotten high before. Yo, G, I got to class and I was tripping. I had no idea what to expect. I was like, oh shit. And you know me, I couldn't read at this time. I still can't, but like I could not read good. And like I would not read in front of people. So I was like, yo, I need to prove to myself that I'm not high. So what's the most logical thing to do in that situation? Volunteer to read the first paragraph in front of the whole class. Yo, G,
You're killing me.
yo, I put
You
my hand up to
dumbass.
read, and right away she was like, "Oh, Nigel, like Nigel." Side note, it was French class.
You don't.
Yo, I'm sitting
Why
there.
would you
She
do
says
that?
my name. I look up and I go, "I don't feel well. Can I go to the nurse?" Took my shit, go to the nurse's office, tell the nurse I want to go home because I feel sick. She said, "Okay, you got to call your mom." I was like, "Yep, perfect. Mom will be home because like she was like a little sick, always at home, right? Perfect."
Well, I think this was when she was like doing cleaning jobs, and there wasn't always
But she
cleaning
couldn't work
stuff.
that much. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
she
there
was
wasn't
like
a lot
getting
of work. Yeah,
sicker.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
so I'm like, perfect. She's gonna be home. I call. Who answers the phone? You.
yeah. Because mom wasn't home,
I
and I was
said,
already
yo, Alex.
skipping.
I was like, yo, Alex, I smoked some weed and like I'm super high and I need to come home. I don't feel well. And you went, no, you're stupid. Bye. And I hung up the phone.
Because what? Okay, so
No, you
here's the
didn't say
thing.
you're stupid. You said, no, you're an idiot. Bye. And I hung
Yeah,
up.
because my you're an idiot was you what that should have been like, oh, so you should have taken that and been like, okay, cool, thanks, mom, bye, and then click.
Yo, but I didn't. Yo, gee, I was a good kid. You know me. I was a pussy.
So, because you're stupid. The reason why I said you're an idiot, well, I can't remember this. I remember mom's home. I'm already skipping and she's pissed. Why are you calling the house? I was
Yo, I
trying,
was panicking.
I was trying to save you. That's why I was like, no, you're dumb. Like, and I just hung up. And I was like,
Well,
okay,
okay, the thing is,
ignore it. He'll
the thing is
skip.
as well
He'll
though.
bounce with his friends, right?
Number one, I had no
And then I
friends.
think you came home, didn't
Yeah, I
you?
had no friends. And the difference is too, I just realized this. This actually just clicked. It's because your relationship was different with mom than it was for me. I could have
Yeah,
told her I
you.
was high, and what'd she do when I got home? Because I just ended up,
Oh, let me give you
no,
juice.
she went,
Lie
Nigel,
down.
she went, Nigel, take this water, go in bed, eat these crackers, because that's like the only snack we had. It was like
Yeah.
crackers.
Like Oreos or whatever.
Like eat these
Saltines,
crackers. Yeah, saltines. Eat these
Triscuits.
crackers and go take a nap. And you just were like
Fucking bullshit.
playing Diablo 2.
Yo, yeah, for sure. Because she would have been so, I was already skipping, right? She was
Yeah.
like so mad.
Yo, I didn't smoke weed until mom died after that.
Oh,
Then I
okay.
started smoking with you because I was like, fuck it, man. I just want to like hang out with my big brother. But he smokes weed. And then I started hanging out with Matt Chicoletti.
Oh shit, yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that guy.
Yeah. So what does weed do for you personally?
I don't know, I should stop.
You think so?
Yeah,
Maybe cut back because you smoke.
too much. I was about to roll another one. I just finished one. I was about to roll another one. Not even joking. I'm not even
Yo,
joking.
show all the people that tattoo you got. My brother got some sick ink. Yo, bring that
Yeah.
up to the camera. Let's see that, man. Yo, Dungeons and Dragons click all out there. Yo, Kirk, that's for you, baby. 20 sided. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh boy, not John. So funny.
Okay. Well, have you ever had any like deep, high thoughts that actually stuck with you? Like some deep shit,
So I
like
re
something that made you move different.
no no no. Well, I realized that when you're high. So one of the first times I smoked, I realized when you're high, you think you know everything, but you don't know shit. Because I remember being really high and sitting there at the bus stop and being like, I just solved time travel. Like I just solved it. I just solved it. And then reality, the me inside was like, bro, you don't know anything about physics and the math. How did your dumbass figure something that scientists have been working on for years? And I was like, I'm just baked as fuck. Can I even remember what my insight was? Nope. You're just a high idiot. Yo, being high is crazy, son. And that's what I realized. That's one of those you think you like all those like, whoa, dude, did you know? Are probably not as insightful as you actually think they are. That's what I probably realized from
What
being,
age was this?
oh, like 15. Like one of the early times smoking weed. Like right away. Like I'm hanging out with what was that big kid? Nick? You remember that tall kid? I used to hang out with Nick and his brother, the drummer,
Yeah.
Jesse. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So these guys. And I remember I was hanging out with I think both of them and like some
He
of
was
those other.
stupid good at Dragon Ball Z, the video game.
It was crazy, crazy, like crazy. It was uncanny.
I remember he
Uh,
would be playing, like I'd be watching you and he'd be like,
yeah, like looking over, being like,
I'm like,
haha.
what the fuck? And just slapping.
Yeah, and he's like like not even looking at the screen half the time. And you're like, motherfucker. You're
Yeah.
like, you piece of shit. Ow. Yeah, it was wild. But I remember like being there talking with them and we were like talking about random shit. And I just remember being like, oh, we're stupid. Like I was trying to like, and I was like, I'm a dumbass for even thinking that I could even like these guys have like, and if that's like I was watching this thing on Jubilee the other day where this woman said to a doctor, like the doctor was like, well, how do you know this? She's like, well, I read, unlike some people, to a doctor. How dare you? Like the sheer gall of some people, right? So like I'm sitting there as like a 14-year-old, like I can solve time travel. It's like, bitch, you can't even figure out which girl you like. Shut up. You're stupid. Like you're a dumbass. You're fucking dumb.
Man,
So
yeah.
one of
We
I guess
it's
that's an insight is that you're never as smart as you think you are, man.
Yo,
You're probably pretty dumb.
every time you tell me these stories about you, like your younger years, it's wild how much I actually don't know shit about your childhood.
We didn't hang out that much.
I know.
It's unfortunate.
Anybody listening out there, yo, get to know your siblings if you didn't hang out with them later in life. You're like, what?
Yeah, yeah, that is true. That is true. Be close with your siblings if you can. It's hard, but it's worth it.
That's what I'm thankful for, man. I'm thankful for you, brother.
Oh, that's sweet, Nigel. Yeah, Bonson. There you go.
Yeah. Man, since moving home, that's one thing has been like the best thing is I can just like call you and chop it up. Just like come over. Where it's not
True.
like before I was calling you, we do this shit, and dude, I was across the country. Like now I can be
Yeah.
like, yo, let's link up in a week. Well, you know what I mean, not a
I
week.
mean, it'd
Well,
be the same thing because you'd be like, oh, I gotta take a plane next week.
yeah, but you're right. But I didn't mean a week. I'm high. Come on, it's 4:20. Shut up. Fuck. Um,
Punch me through the camera.
no, I was actually looking at myself. I was like, yo, shut up, not idiot.
Shut up.
But yeah, but like let's say I want to dip right now and come, I could, or take you
Yeah,
to
you
boat or
should.
whatever.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But that's another thing weed does, man. It makes you lazy.
No. I mean, it depends on what
Do
so
you think
would
it's
you
about the
say
person, not the actual plant?
so I mean, I would say that if you're like if you're like, yo, I'm gonna smoke some weed and I'm gonna write part of my story because it gets my creative juices going. You're not lazy. You're just not a physically active person. Your energy is put into what is not trendy, media trendy, right? It's very not media trendy to watch some guy write a bunch of books. What kind of boring ass montages writing some dude like watching a dude write books, right? It is pretty engaging to watch someone's weight loss journey. That's pretty incredible. It's empowering. But how empowering is it to watch a guy's struggle to write a 500-page book? Not as you know what I mean? It's definitely not as engaging. You know what I mean? It's not as it doesn't offer the same like I don't know, or maybe I'm just being cynical, but I don't know. I see more of these like maybe it's just my algorithm, but I don't even look at that stuff. So why is it popping up all over the place, like all these I guess I do watch Dr. Mike. Yeah, the two Dr. Mikes. There's two Dr. Mikes that are pretty. There's Mike, Dr. Mike, and they do an interview together, which is really sick. It's very fun.
Wait, who is Dr. Mike?
Well, there's two Dr. Mikes. There's like one who's like a medical doctor, and there's another who's like a maybe he's a kinesiologist or he's like he's a doctor in like physiology, I guess, and like sports. I'm not quite sure, but he's a doctor of like uh, he's like a Russian guy, short Russian guy.
Is he like a personal trainer?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I think you know, if there's something I could go back, I would want to try and get kinesiology.
Okay. Well, speaking of like gym and gym people, do you smoke when you go to the gym?
Yes. Yeah. You know what?
Oh,
That's wild that I asked you that if like if it makes you lazy because I don't find that for me at all. I love smoking like a couple of hits before hitting a lift, and holy fuck, am I focused, man?
yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's the thing. I think it doesn't necessarily like um,
I actually,
yeah, I agree with that. You
I
know, it can't very much focus and make you.
the last time that I put up 315 pounds for bench was time ago because I just like don't care to do that much weight on my chest. It's like I think it hurts. But yo, yesterday I went with Perry. I know this shit doesn't matter for you, but dude, I went with Perry. We smoked a little bit before we went in, and holy fuck, I put up 4 reps on 315, like clean, uh, uh, all the weed.
I mean, literally, no. You did it. Like,
Literally, no.
I do think so. So I do definitely think that as someone who has done mushrooms and stuff, and like I don't believe in God, but when I do mushrooms, I talk to somebody. I'll tell you that. No, but no, but seriously, I'm sorry, I broke you, didn't I? Guilty.
I talked to somebody.
No, but seriously, um, there is something about drugs that I think can uh I don't believe in any like weird cosmic-y stuff, really. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of not magic in this world. But that doesn't mean that there aren't metaphysical things. Like quantum physics is weird. The way mushrooms work, like the actual plant. I don't mean like when we do them, the actual plant mushrooms. Um, here's where I'll get into some weird bullshit, okay?
You
So
have a time limit.
okay, let's say now mushrooms are the communication network of the earth. They are what send nutrients all over the place. They speak to each other throughout they interconnect different species of plants and whatever, and they do this all
It's on Last of Us.
because
You're
uh
stealing that.
no, this is for real. This is
Yeah,
actually real
I know I was
psilocybin,
talking shit.
not psilocybin, but what are they called? Mycodia propanda or some shit
Whatever.
like that. I can't remember. Anyways, whatever, mycelia, that's it. Mycelium pro something. Anywhom, um,
Google it.
the whole point is that what if when we take mushrooms, we get connected to this like plant like inter the world wood web, as it were. Have you
The
never heard
World Wood Web.
you've never heard that term before?
I guess I don't do enough mushrooms. No.
No, well, it's not through the mushrooms. This is a joke term of like what the mycelium do underground and root networks and all that stuff. Like some of the oldest entities, the oldest living things on Earth are like forests because all the roots are attached and it's one organism. So like one organism has its like all the roots underground and the seeds come from that same tree because squirrels and birds and whatever bring them to other places and bury them, and then over thousands of years all these roots attach, and you have like these forests that are like 20,000 years old or 10,000, a tree that's like 8,000 years old and shit like that.
Hmm.
I'm not even joking. There's like a fungus patch, like a mushroom patch that's like a 10,000-year-old mushroom patch. I'm not even joking, man. It's true. I'm not even kidding. Look this shit up. Look it up. Google right now.
I will harvest the power of the trees and I will lift.
I mean, but this is what I'm saying. Like, maybe there's weird stuff like that. Maybe there's, and there guaranteed is more out there that we know. Um, but I don't think you like you like I'm gonna do some like mushrooms and like now I can like see the future. I don't know if it works quite like that. Or like your weed thing, like yo, like maybe in your mind you weren't thinking about it and you were like, I can do this, and you had more self-confidence. So I think like just like alcohol sometimes can like give you a little bit of a boost of self-confidence, or caffeine can like give you that little pep or whatever. There's a lot of drugs we use as performance enhancing drugs. And that I think that definitely, any drug can be used as a performing enhancing drug, weed included.
Hmm.
All that to say that there's my time limit. I'm sorry if I went over. I'll leave the
No,
floor
I
to
don't.
you.
I love it, man. I love it. You
Um,
got me thinking. Plus, we're stoned, so it's good, man. I love spending time with you, so I'm not upset about it. Um,
rebuttal. No, sorry.
what you say?
I said rebuttal. It was a joke because I said I'm sorry if I went over my time. I'll leave the
Rebuttal.
floor to you, like in a debate. I watched the debate. It was super hard to watch. It was very frustrating because none of those motherfuckers answered a single goddamn question they were asked. So
Oh,
like every
you mean
yeah,
like the government, our government, Canada?
yeah, it was infuriating. The posed all of them were asked direct questions, and they all basically were like, "Well, this guy did this instead, and that guy did that." It was like, yeah, We know, motherfuckers.
Carbon
What are you
tax.
gonna do about it?
We imposed the carbon tax.
But
We need
we
to
do this. Like,
increase. We need to increase the carbon tax.
they're
Oh
all they're
well, what about
all
this?
they're
Yes,
all
I
a bunch of
understand, but
jabronis.
because of this, we should increase the carbon tax.
They're all a bunch of jabronis, each and every one of them. No matter what you vote for, you're throwing your vote away because they're all a bunch of jabronis. They're
So
all they all like. Did you hear their first thing? By the way, thank you. I'd like to say thank you first of all for everyone. Oh, by the way, I'd like to say thank you. And thank you very much. Yeah, shut up. We know you're thankful for being here. Get bent. Just
speaking of
answer the
being
damn
thankful,
question.
speaking of being thankful, it is Easter. Let's not get upset about politics. Um,
Why? Why do you think
what?
they put it on this stupid
Yo,
weekend?
yo,
Actually, I guess this is the
how has
pre
your
early
life
vote.
changed in this past year?
Start going to school.
And how have you liked that, man? How's it been?
It's fun. It's fun.
Can we
It's good
elaborate?
times.
What are you in school for?
I am doing telecommunications right now, and then when I'm finished that, I will be doing a course in like electricity tech, like so I'll be an electrician,
Yeah.
but also be a telecommunications technician. So I can work in like,
Didn't you just fail a test?
I passed the retake.
Okay, good.
So we
I was gonna
go.
say I'm disappointed in you, man.
Yeah, you had to bring that up.
You have to bring it up because somebody's got to hold you accountable, man.
In the words of Napoleon Bonaparte, I'll bow before no man, only God, and I don't see him here. He said that to a priest, his teacher.
I
Wait,
am God.
no.
Yes.
Well, I'm God's older brother, so what's that make me? Gangster. Exactly. I used to give God noogies.
But do you feel you've grown like spiritually, mentally, physically, anything? Like how you been feeling, man?
I'm tired, man. I feel like I've been growing temporally. Aging. I've been aging, getting older, temporal, time.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how I've been growing.
man.
I'm getting
You just
older.
you just crossed that hump. You're almost 40, dude. Whew.
Yeah, but I've been actually watching a bunch of like joint and flexibility things, and man, I'm wicked flexible for my age. I'm like, yeah, I can move and do stuff that I'm surprised I can still do. A lot
I've
of
been
people my
trying to do
age,
legs twice a week. And I was
okay,
like, okay, I'm gonna go get legs in today. And I was gassed because I've been going like hard. I'm trying to get some weight. I'm trying to get jacked up for the season.
yeah, I'm rucking all the time though. I got a front rucksack, so
But I am not flexible. I went in and I went to do like a some leg press and my hips felt tight. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just take some self-love. I'm gonna stretch.
like
Ah,
like can you touch your toes? Like if you're
oh yeah,
standing, can you
like
touch your toes?
yeah, but dude,
I can put my palms down on the ground still.
nah, I'm like like
And I got a gut
I've
too.
been like I'm touching my toe now, but like damn.
Oh, it feels good. I like it. Yeah, yeah. I like that stretch.
But
That's a
it
good
felt good to
one.
stretch. All that to
Yeah,
say, I need to start stretching and get back in yoga because yoga is so
definitely.
good, man. And I've just been neglecting it, just trying to get jacked. And I told
So,
myself too when I was in the how stupid are we? I told myself when I got out of the hospital, I was like, I'm gonna make sure now because I'm so skinny and pathetic that I'm gonna that I'm gonna like stretch properly before stuff. I'm gonna grow my muscles right.
mhm.
Walking the second I could lift some heavy shit, let me tell you, dude, there's nothing like it.
Because of ego and gym culture,
It's not ego
it's
though.
it's a
I
it's a it's
love
a
pushing
like
my
yo,
boundaries.
but that's what I'm saying. It's like that's exactly it. It's like even if it's you're building your own ego, it's like I have to beat myself at doing this. You know what
Yeah,
I
but
mean?
so this is the thing. You know what? You can tell me from outside perspective, maybe because we don't have the same mentality about a lot of stuff.
Okay.
But like, dude, I truly feel, and this is why I love doing what I do, that if you can push yourself, and it starts with the gym, if you can push yourself in the gym past your limits to lift heavier and better, and I'm not saying to like, yeah, you know me, you razz on me all the time. I love taking videos, I love showing my friends, I love this. But on a deeper level, dude, I'm in there to fight demons and push myself to that next mental barrier that I can do it. It's never been done before by me. I'm doing it and I do it. And I feel that my mentality of doing that translates into everything I do in my life.
I mean, it doesn't have to start at the gym. It can start anywhere. Take my work, for example. Like, let's say it takes me normally 8 minutes to debone a piece of meat. And I'm gonna go today, I'm gonna debone those in 7 minutes, 30 seconds minimum every time.
Okay,
And you
but
push
not,
yourself to go
but this
faster
is,
and faster. And that is a thing I've done in kitchens. So it's not like it has to start in the gym.
but I
It's
think
just a
for the,
mentality of trying to make yourself better at whatever craft you're trying to apply yourself.
I, yes, but I think to have that mentality, if you're a normal person
Just
that
gotta
doesn't have
apply
the
that
house, not
idea to
everybody
your
has the
craft.
means to debone a chicken and say, I'm
Right,
going
but
to do
let's
this.
let's let's say your craft is coding. You're like, today
Okay, but
I'm
that's a
going to
point that
make
works at a
sure.
craft. What if I don't have any of that?
What do you don't have something you
I'm
want to
just,
get better at? Who doesn't have a thing they want to get better at? And at that point, if there isn't, well then you need to start maybe looking at, why don't I have something that why am I lacking passion? Why do I not care about anything? Then maybe then you got to go, I'm going to go seek help. I'm going to go talk to a therapist. I'm going to talk to a
and
psychologist.
what's one of the
I'm going
first
to get
things they,
some
what's
help.
one of the first things they recommend you start doing?
Talk what?
A lot of times when people go to therapy because they're like depressed or anything like that, one of the first things that they recommend for people to start doing,
Have you? I don't know.
going out, exercising,
Have
getting,
have you been to a therapist?
no, I haven't.
So how do you know that that is one of the first things a therapist tell you?
I'll pull it up for you right now.
I mean,
I've watched a ton of like, I've actually read on like diagnosis because a lot of my clients are have not depressed, but like they have problems. We all do, man. Everybody in the
I
gym,
mean,
right?
so then suggest to them to go seek professional help. That's all I'm saying. I think professional help
I'm
is
not, it's not a knock
underrated.
on professional help. I'm just saying something that helps with that is the gym, which is why
But
a lot
I
of
don't
us,
think that's necessarily a an instant fix, and I think that's
I didn't,
cheating. I
no,
think
no,
that
I think you're,
we shouldn't say go to the gym. That's what the doctors are going to say is go to the gym. No, go to the doctor, and if the doctor says go to the gym, then do that. But your problem might not be the gym. That might not be it.
I'm
That
not,
might,
I
I
don't
do
think
think
you're,
that like
I think
living
you're
an
taking,
active life, like joining, I think that we aren't social enough anymore. I think that in our parent, like think about like our dad even, sports teams and doing social sports and stuff like that, I think are very important for us. And yes, as humans, we consume too many calories compared to how we evolved burning. Like we used to literally marathon our food down because we can sweat and a deer can't. So you chase a deer for like 3 hours and it dies. A person can run a 6 hour marathon. A deer cannot do that. It'll overheat and die, and then you can kill it and eat it. Dunzor, right? So like we evolved as like marathon runners, and now we have such high caloric food that's like my grocery store is 200 meters from my front door, and I know I can get for like $30, I could get 8,000 calories of garbage easily, right? So I get it is important to like healthy body, healthy mind. Yes. But at the same time, I think that our society has deeper lying issues that the gym can't fix. There's a lot of like fucking
so,
problems here,
but
man.
once I'm not, so I think there was a misunderstanding that you think that I'm saying the gym is the fix and the cure.
Oh, okay,
What I'm
okay.
saying is it's like it's something that helps. It's with everything.
Sure.
And it's that social aspect as well. Our bodies are made to move, and I understand you're saying
Right.
healthy body, healthy mind, all that. Yes, and that's completely true. But dude, we need to move. We
Well,
need
I
to
think
get out.
doing a
We need to
sport,
be in nature. We need to
yeah,
feel the grass at
right.
our feet. We
Right. So
need to
let's say
all of these
hiking is your
things.
thing, right? Instead of going to the gym and lifting weights, let's say it's hiking,
Okay,
or
but
let's say
that's still
it's
that's
kayaking or swimming or playing cricket or whatever the hell it is. I do agree with you there, but I don't think it this is what I'm saying. It shouldn't have to just be the gym. It should be like, what's a thing that's an active thing that you like? Like for me, I love fencing. That shit's fun, man.
that's
And it
exactly
gets
what
you
I said. I
moving, it
said
gets
they
you
say to do
going, man.
physical. I That's exactly what I said. I said when you go there, one of the first things they tell you is to do some physical activity. I didn't say go to
Yes.
the gym. I said they
Right,
tell you to
right.
go. So if it's hiking, it's hiking. If it's
Yeah,
kayaking,
yeah,
it's kayaking.
right.
If it's squash,
Okay.
pickleball, a bunch of people are playing pickleball now.
So I heard what I wanted to hear because I think that you're obsessed with the gym. It's the same. The other day, I left some stuff on the floor, and
I remember that one.
Miriam picked it up for me, and she was like, "You left this on the floor, and this on the floor, and this on the floor," and she expected me to say I'm sorry, but I said, "Thank you for picking it up, baby," and she goes, "I don't accept your apology," and it just like killed me. So it's the same thing as me just being like, yeah, yeah, the gym. You said gym, obviously, because
Yeah,
like you love
yeah,
the gym. I just heard gym.
yeah. Triggered.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You know, but I
But no,
said
yeah,
physical activity, which can be the gym, man. You're like, oh,
yeah. Oh,
yeah,
Tuesday, I stand corrected.
yeah, yeah, yeah. True say.
My bad,
Because
my bad.
you're like, who says that? And I was like, wait, let me find out who says it. But I know like I've seen multiple like podcasts on it, and like experts say that one of the biggest things you can do is like be physically active. And I'm like, okay.
Because that's how like how even up until like 80 years ago, like you're working in a factory, you're doing stuff, you're getting your arm ripped off by some crazy ass machine that's not regulated by anything. You know, it's like you're working hard, right? Today, you're programming, you're working in an office, you're not doing that, it's not the same world. And who knows what it's gonna be like in 60 years, right? We can't say, do you think that people 60 years ago knew about the telecommunications and the internet? You think they would have been able to predict the job market? Hell no. So what's it going to be like then? Right? Are we going to have photonic programmers? There are people who know how to like make light bend through lasers because we like instead of having TVs, we have virtual reality projector things or whatever. Maybe you'll have mem recorders and people who are good at like editing dreams or something. Who the hell know? Maybe our technology is going to get shot back to the Stone Age, and we're gonna have Masons again.
That's
No, or
like I
not
said,
Stone
that's when
Age,
I'll
but
find you. I'll go kill things, and then you can debone them
and
in
I
7 minutes,
don't.
30 seconds.
We'll never. We'll never go back to the Stone Age. I don't think we'll always have even if we lose electricity and a bunch of stuff, we'll have a bunch of know-how already.
Oh yeah, I have my survival guide.
Yeah, you have things like that. Sure, 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 sure. It's huge, isn't it? Like a gigantic, super unwieldy book.
No, it's like this big.
But can it fit in a pocket? Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
It
yeah. It's like
cannot fit.
pages, pictures, like it's
Yes, this is
all.
what I'm saying. That is. Oh, I got my watch. Like, what are you, a wizard? Like, come on.
Give me a backpack in that book, man. I'll do anything. Well, maybe
Okay,
like a little knife. I might need a little knife for
just a
trick.
little knife, just a small little Algonquin
Yeah, and then I'll make a bigger
Swiss
knife.
Army knife. Out of.
Rocks.
Mm. You know how to nap. You know how to nap, Flint.
My book will show me.
Well, you know it takes years to develop the skill to do it properly, right?
Time crunch, you know me.
Montage. Don't worry, I got my 80s jam. It'll go real fast.
Yeah, and I'll have a little YouTube video of Rocky Balboa in the back. I'll be like, okay, I got this.
If you have the ability to have the internet and YouTube, why do you need to
No, it'll be a
nap
saved
stones?
video. It'll be a saved video.
Oh, okay. So you still have electronics, complex electronics. Again, I
Oh,
asked the same
everything didn't
question.
just vaporize. We still have the stuff until it runs out.
No, if like let's say there's a Carrington event or there was another one that was even worse than that longer ago. But like a Carrington event, if we don't have like cell phones and like TVs and communication like let's say no more satellites, and like anything that's on stops working.
Solar power. My book.
What? No, anything that's is it plugged in right now and absorbing, yeah, absorbing energy?
Of course it is. That's how I'd be watching it.
Cool. So then if that solar flare hits when it's on, it stops working.
Yeah, so then I make new ones. Solar power.
Right. Fine. Fair enough. I stand corrected.
The earth is flat.
No, it is not.
No, you don't remember that cartoon with the I think it was like Napoleon and the little earthworm or like termite and it drills the.
Oh.
Yeah, throwback. Got you. Yeah.
No, that wasn't Napoleon. It was freaking
Columbus.
it was a woodworm
Yeah,
on Christopher Columbus's
Columbus.
boat. And let's not get started on that fucking piece of shit. The
But
CC.
speaking of like going back to the Stone Ages, man, it is Easter. So if today marks rebirth,
Oh boy.
tell me, man, what are you leaving behind today, and then what are you stepping into this year?
Absolutely nothing. Cook it. Let's say I'm cooking. I'm going to school and okay, yeah, we do need to leave to go vote, by the way. But
I
we
know
are
that's why we're wrapping up. But I'm
all right,
asking you,
cool.
what are you going to leave behind to get better at this year, and what are you stepping into and stepping up and working on this year? Give me something, man.
Like we're getting into electricity and technology sector because
No, you
one of
personally, brother.
yeah, that's it. I'm gonna get better at being the electricity and get
Oh,
good at
electrician. Okay.
school. I'm an electrician, do that. That's coming this year. Well, the end of this year, I'm gonna finish up this course.
And what shitty habit or what do you want to leave behind that you kind of move on from and grow and about and evolve from?
Nah, gee, I'm perfect.
Hmm.
No, honestly, I would like to get one of a bench press bed and the bar, and maybe get a little physically stronger because I'm not as strong as I used to be, and I want to be able to be stronger
No,
than
when
I
you're
want
healed
to
up, we'll go to
keep
the
being
gym. I'm
strong.
down any weekend. Let's do it.
I'd love to. I don't have I don't pay for my gym when it ended I didn't renew it because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to keep paying for
When you
you know
were
my
because you were having surgeries too and shit.
well
But whatever,
that and also.
get you in.
Yeah, but I still like to get what at home. So like when I can like I watch a lot of movies, I watch a lot of stupid YouTube videos, and it'd be cool to like, be able to be like, okay, instead of having the computer chair there, throw up the bench press like in line with this so I can like do some stuff,
Yeah.
while I'm watching random animes being like, yeah, yeah, all right. Like I'm watching this one now. It's called Apothecary Diaries, and it's a mystery romance. It's about this like eunuch who's not a eunuch, who
I'm gonna
might be a
check it out,
eunuch
man. For sure. Sounds sick.
with the apothecary girl. There's like a thing, but he's got no balls because he's a eunuch.
Yeah, yeah, cool, man.
She likes him. I don't know. It's pretty sick. It's pretty lit. I'm gonna say. It's pretty cool.
I'm gonna let you go vote.
Thank
But
you.
I appreciate you. Honestly, I appreciate you for jumping on because I want to film something. I want to get a little gem for the people out there for 420
I
Easter.
hope it's good.
Let's lighten up the mood. What do you mean? You're always good when you're on here. I love it, man. But realistically, man, no matter what, I gotta say, because you're my brother, I love you. I appreciate you. Just so everybody knows, this is what we're gonna be doing on all like special occasions. So like Thanksgiving, Easter, we're gonna do all these like gems with my brother where we just kind of shoot the shit. So if you guys have any ideas or anything you want us to talk about or talk shit about, or pick my brother's brain of his encyclopedia of Google knowledge.
No, just
I've always called my brother the
Google it
Google,
yourself.
he's the Google search engine of random shit.
No,
But
the
happy
Google search
Easter if you're
things.
celebrating Easter. Happy 420 if you're celebrating 420. But I also just encourage everybody to think about what you're going to be stepping into in this next season. Um, you know, doing your thing, go kill it, keep doing what you do. But also, let's be thankful for the people we have, the people we love. It's always a time to get together and kind of show some love to the people that have been around since day one. So, chin up, chest out. It's 2025, baby. Let's go. And thank you for bearing with me.
Chest up, bro.
Chin out, chest up.